everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's episode, it's gonna be super duper exciting because the Netflix stars of You, Shay Mitchell and Penn Badgley, are coming to Manila. Actually, they're already here and I'm on the way to see them. I'm so excited, guys, because I've been binge watching on the new series. Actually, I started 2 days ago lang, and then I got hooked, obviously, and then I finished it last night. So 2 days lang for 10 episodes. So you guys can really tell it's super interesting. It's a bit creepy, but that's really what they were going for anyway. So it's one of a kind. It's a different series talaga. And I'm now on the way to Peninsula Manila to see them. So I'll keep this intro short, and I'm so excited to show you guys what's gonna happen in a bit. Invite you to watch the new Netflix series You, starring Shay Mitchell and Penn Badgley. It's about Joe, who really does everything to the extreme lengths to keep his love within his reach. And of course, Peach trying to go against Joe. Hey guys, I'm now with Trish and we're so excited. I got our passes. Yeah. Trish, what are you feeling right now? Same though, same. We're gonna see them in a bit and we'll show you later.
You can't be serious.
I'm not a maybe. I'm the one. The things you do for love. Are you watching me?
Maybe.
Stalker.
All right. Good morning, ladies. Yes, you are free to make some noise. Give it up once again. Come on. For the Netflix original series, You. Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Joyce May, and I'll be your host for today. Before we start the program, can you just please turn to the person next to you and say, what's up with you? How are you? Are you ready? Netflix is here for you, and I am obsessed with this show. If you are also obsessed with this, can I hear a resounding amen?
Amen.
Anybody here who binge watched?
Yeah.
Okay. My standard is myself. I finished the whole series in a day and a half. Anybody here who can beat me? A day and a half? Who else? Same? Anyone shorter? A day? A day! No sleeping whatsoever, definitely. It's just one of those shows that you come in, you're like, oh, I'm gonna pace myself because it's such a good series, and then you're sitting there 8 hours after, you're like, yeah, there's my life. 8 hours just spent on you. And definitely for good reason at that too. I'd like to encourage everyone that you are allowed to tweet, live, Instagram stories, Facebook, anything that you want. We just would like to remind you to please don't use flash photography and use our hashtags for today. Netflix is here for, as in the number 4, you, all caps, for all of your social media posts. Don't forget to tag us at YouNetflix and also at NetflixPH. Are you guys excited to meet the stars of You?
Yes!
A little bit louder now. Manila, are you excited to meet the stars of You?
Yes!
There we go. I met them already. They are riveting. They are incredible. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with you guys. Please don't forget to post it all over your social media accounts to make all of our friends even more jealous of you. Giving life to the riveting characters of not Joseph and not Peaches, but Peach and Joe. Give it up for Shay Mitchell and Penn Badgley! Woo! Give it up one more time so it's not awkward. I think they were screaming at some point. They were like, oh, my phone, I need to take a video. Yeah. Hi, everyone. You guys are all of a sudden so quiet. The Filipinos are not known to be quiet, but now they're just kind of staring and taking Instagram videos. Did you know that the Philippines is actually the social media capital of the world?
You told us that earlier.
Yeah, I'm repeating it. So, pretend like you haven't heard it.
How many hours was it again?
4 hours on social media in a day.
That's
Wow.
remarkable. But you know what? I think That's average for a lot of people, probably, right?
Yeah, probably so. Or the
Are you looking
slow.
at me?
No,
That's probably pretty
I
average.
spent a while on it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to have you guys here. But of course, would you like to say hello first to all of your Filipino fans? We're just excited to have you here.
Yes. Hi everyone. We just tried Hello Hello.
Yeah.
I didn't, but Penn did.
And it was massive. It was actually that big.
It's bigger than both. Yeah, it was huge.
How was it? How was the Hello Hello? Did you enjoy
It
it?
was great. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it's a lot of sugar. It's like 10 a.m. or something, but it was nice.
There's sugar in every Filipino dish. I think that's the thing that we have here. But we're off on food already. So start off. Welcome to the Philippines. It's not your first time here in Manila.
It's not my third time.
It's your third time here. Welcome back
Thank
to the
you.
Philippines. How's
Thank
it so
you.
far?
So good. I've already eaten all the food, so yeah, it's amazing.
How about you, Penn? Is it your first time here in Manila?
Yeah, very much.
And-
I've still not seen a lot of the city, and I may not because I'll be in this hotel.
But have you at least tasted some of the Filipino food that we have?
Well, the Hello Hello,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it so far. Because again, like yesterday, I was just adjusting to jet lag, and I stayed in a hotel, and I had the choice between the Filipino breakfast and the American breakfast, and I actually asked the woman on the phone. I was like, "What would you recommend? Like, which is better?" And she was like, "Oh, sir, I think I would stay with the American breakfast."
I'm gonna have some like longanisa and we'll get it.
Yeah, I'm adventurous. I'll eat. I mean, I'll try. I'll try anything. But different, but then we just really mix well. Like the ingredients of a Hello Hello.
There we go.
You got it.
You know?
Yes, mix.
Unity and diversity. When I read the script, I was quite troubled. Because again, like, I understood all of those elements about the show, but I was the person reading the, I'm thinking, all right, I don't get to play Peach, I don't get to play Beck, I don't get to write the thing, I don't get to score the thing, I don't get to watch it, I have to be Joe, Everyone else gets to watch it and enjoy it in this different way. So for me, when I read it, I was actually like, good luck, but I don't know. I don't know that I can do this for such a long period of time. When you do a film, for instance, it's like 2 months, and then you don't do it again. This is, it's like 6 months a year. Maybe we'll go on for season after season, killing more people, and I guess that's getting less and less funny.
It's becoming real too. Like killing more
like,
people.
oh yeah, right. So I think I had a lot of reservations, which is appropriate because now we can all watch something and feel somewhat responsible. But I think that's the thing, is like, to the degree that everybody else is able to consume it in this way, that it is enjoyable, it's like I kind of have to take on the burden of making it somewhat real for myself, and that's just not, you know what I mean? It's like it's just a bit different. But I can appreciate the fact that it is being consumed in the way that it is.
Yeah, a lot of people, some of your tweets actually were trending recently because of how you.
Right, it's my first time. It's my first time going viral, Shay.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, right? You should welcome him to the social media club.
Yeah.
With a lot of people responding to Joe's character, and you were so vocal about not romanticizing the character. Obviously, we get to appreciate it on a certain level, but you were saying earlier, there's a certain level of adore, and then there's creepy. So how did you respond to all those conflicting, comments from a lot of your viewers, and how did you get into the character?
Well, first of all, I think we, as the people who made the show, should take responsibility because he is a charming guy, and that was obviously what they wanted. And it was always a bit of it was a push and pull between me and the directors, the writers, wanting me to be charming, right? And I was always like, less interested in, see, there are even things that I want to say, but I feel like they're inappropriate. But I guess if you're watching this show, it's not about spoilers, but it has to do with just like, normally things you wouldn't say in an interview that have to do with, such intense topics. But, yeah, I think it was always a balance between making this guy real, and then also, he's not a real person. I was not thinking of like a clinical portrayal of a real psychopath. I was thinking sometimes of that, and then other times he's meant to represent things that are inside all of us. Like the internet troll even. Joe in some ways is a little bit like the internet troll made real, which is a terrifying, which is a serial killer. You know, so that's. No, but I mean really, because like the kind of things that people say on the internet, how often do people talk about? They're like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna murder. I mean, you know, even one of the tweets that I actually ended up following one of the women who I had a correspondence with, because she had said something and then I responded and that one went viral, and then there were apparently people tweeting at her. There was like a guy who tweeted at her like, maybe we should send murderers to your house just so you know the difference. And I mean, come on, like that's, so the meta response to this show is quite deep. I mean, I think like if we're not careful, Joe can maybe bring out the Joe in us.
Yeah.
Or we, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I'm the person who has to always be thinking about the delicate balance of these themes. Just because I'm that guy.
You're the guy. You have your vlogs, you have everything, you share your life so much also. How do you see it from the perspective of someone who saw the storyline also, and somebody who lives that kind of life?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I've said this before, but there are so many people that can fall in love and become obsessed with somebody who they've never even met before. And that's the world that we live in now. You get to know all of this information that that person is putting out there, you know, and making up who this person is in your mind to be this imaginary, you know, vision. And I think that I completely get it when people become fascinated with people, because you feel like you get to know them with what they put out there. And I think a lot of the time too, being on the flip side, I also have to question some things that I put out there, you know, and when I put it out, and just how much of it I want people to be aware of. So it's really a fine balance, and yeah, a very fine line.
Yeah, but I like also, you posted recently on your Instagram about how it's not the real world. What you're posting on your social media, it's not. But you share these things because you want to be able to inspire and encourage others, and show them what's happening with the world around you, where you're being taken to.
Yeah,
right?
I think as long as you can use it in a way to know that the images that you're seeing are people's highlight reels.
Hmm.
It's not reality.
Yeah.
You know, it's the best of that best moment of that day, you know, that's been curated and perfected and filtered a million times. If you can go into it knowing that, then you can use it appropriately.
Yeah. And do you think that it's, you know, that plays a lot with why people love this show so much, right? Maybe because they can actually see the real world kind of going in, that social media makes you so close to someone in that way.
I mean, yeah, I feel like our previous shows kind of touched on using technology and social media a little bit, but when I read the script, I was like, wow, this show is really using what's available. These social media platforms, it's really using it and showing, you know, just how we all use it today. It touched on a lot
Yeah,
of
we
it.
all use social media like Joe, right?
I mean, not like that,
No,
you know what I mean.
No, you're right. I mean, actually, I think what Joe is doing is in a way quite normal. That's the most disturbing part. He really isn't doing anything that's super high tech. He's just like, yeah, I'm actually doing this. I'm creeping on people, and so what's the difference between creeping on them in real life? I think in a way, Joe is like, I'm courageous. Everyone else is doing this behind closed doors on their phone, but I'll do it in real life because I'm brave. I'm a man. You know. So his logic is interesting. I think Joe reveals the unsettling logic that actually a lot of us are following. You know, in the worst way of social media, but then I think in the best way, it is a tool, and there's nothing inherently wrong about that tool at all. I think, in fact, I really admire people like Shay who have an authentic relationship with it, where it's like fluid. See me when I try to do something on social media, it's pathetic.
It's very cute. I wouldn't say pathetic. It was cute. You know how to post a story.
But I think about it too much, and therefore when I do use it, it actually lacks that authenticity, that fluidity that I think a lot of like extra young people, we call them Gen Z, is that right now? Yeah, well, but we're millennials. We're all millennials. I'm talking about people who are like, you know, 15 to like 25 now, you know. I'm in my 30s, let's be clear. But you know, I actually really appreciate people who have this sort of totally like just second nature relationship to it. Because then I think you're able to. That's when you do have something meaningful and substantive to post. Then I think it really comes through and people appreciate it all the more.
I was just telling everyone that I finished the whole thing in a day and a half, and I have a morning show, and I ended up sleeping for like an hour just so I could finish this. It's actually, I hope that's a good, oh no! It's a good thing. But I asked a couple of my friends yesterday if they had any questions that they want for me to ask you guys. And one of the things that kept coming up was, what were the things that you like and dislike about your characters?
Well, that's easy, everything. Dislike everything, except that he's curious. And that's not bad alone, but that's not all he is, so.
Certainly.
Say about Peach, I mean, I do love the fact that she loved and cared for her friend. I just wish it wasn't that much, you know?
I think Peach in a way is kind of the best person on the show. She really is, because she sees Joe for who he is.
Oh,
she does. And she does love Becky. Yeah, I mean, she's being possessive and manipulative, but in that world, it's kind of the least. She sees things clearly. She knows what she wants. She's
very honest.
She's extremely honest. I don't think,
true.
I mean, you know, this idea that like somehow Joe and Peach are on the same level, I think it's just.
You don't
Well, they
agree?
both sort of had an obsession for Beth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You took yours a little further, but who's
A
to say that
little.
Peach wouldn't get there?
I think.
Very facetious.
Yeah, so I mean, you're right. I loved the head-to-head nature of the relationship once it gets there. I mean, you do. Can I say like what? She points a gun at me, which is just.
I was ready. She was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I would have to say that I really did enjoy playing her truthfulness. As rash as it was, she was very honest, you know, and so I can admire that element to her. I just don't love so much the controlling aspect of her on her friendship.
How would you describe Joe's character, and how would you describe Peach's character?
Like, how would Joe describe Peach's character, or how would I describe Peach's
How would Penn describe Peach's character?
A caring, doting friend. And let's see. I'm inclined at this point, like I said, to actually see the best in the other characters, because what I'm concerned about is everyone liking Joe so much and being like, you know, shipping Joe and therefore kind of dismissing all of the other characters' good qualities and only seeing the bad, because that's what Joe does. So I think Peach, again, I think she's quite sensitive. I think she's longing for human connection. She's strong. She's extremely strong. She's extremely smart. She's successful. She's almost like a detective, actually. She's able to figure out a lot, yeah. And then she looks like Shay Mitchell, so that's not bad.
I would say with Joe, this is what I always ask my friends, because, you know, when they're all like, is it bad that I find it attractive? I'm like, no, because you're looking at this, so yes. If it wasn't that case, you'd find it very creepy, you know? Also, like, remember that. But I would say that Joe is a psychopath. I mean, he is. And I have to be honest, because I have to really, you know, defend that side of him, because so many people are falling in love, and I'm like, wait, what? Are we watching the same show? Now look, I know that he has a lot of likable characteristics to him, but you can't have the rest of it not be seen, you know? He killed people.
But I also think that like real people who do have this psychological profile, people who are really capable of stuff like this, they often can be quite charming, you know. And if they're attractive, then there's that, you know. I mean, I think that's definitely part of what we're trying to think about in this show. Like, how far are we willing to go to forgive an evil white man? Quite far, apparently. Very far. Charles Manson was quite handsome, as far as I understand, wasn't he? No, I'm serious. I mean,
He had
like,
a lot of love letters sent to him.
yeah. So, you know. Anyway.
It helps.
Peach's character, because of the way that she cared for her friends, as Penn mentioned, the way that she carried herself, you know, with so much grit and so much passion and confidence. Yeah, she was so beautiful, and
She was willing to give it all up
yes,
for Beck.
for Beck.
She's willing to give it all. She was so romantic, if you think about it. I mean, there's some other stuff in there. You know, there's Raj and all that. But there's what do they call it? See, the thing, I want to make references to things in the show, but that means that I'd be taught. It's not about spoilers. It's like it's inappropriate. I don't know that I wouldn't normally be able to stand on stage and talk about like sex toys and have I mentioned murder?
Killing people, yes. You might want to remind us.
Sorry.
No, but Penn, other people actually also, I especially love the dialogue. You know how you would annotate some of the stuff that's going on screen. And fans are asking if you actually went for a vocal coaching for everything.
No. I mean, I've always.
That's his
I've always been able to do that. No, but it was really fun. It was really fun. Actually, most of my lines are in my head. Most days when I was on set, actually, I wouldn't have to memorize any lines. I would just have to do them later. And that was quite interesting. Yeah, so but you know what? I started when I was a child. When I was like 9 or 10 years old, I started in voiceovers. I worked at a radio station.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I was in two.
There we go.
I was in 2 Nintendo 64 video games. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, so it makes
See that?
sense.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
And Mario Tennis and Mario Golf.
See, so I feel like even if Penn says something as like, I like eating cotton candies, in the Joe voice, please, just intelligence. Okay. Like, think of the fluffiest sentence that you could think of, and say it in your Joe voice.
I wouldn't ordinarily eat such a confectionery treat, but you are so like a cloud, like a blue puff. So delectable. Such a okay. So I don't know. You gotta write. I'm an actor. I'm not a writer.
Give it up for Penn Badgley. And Shay Mitchell too. Woo! Now before we wrap it up, I have been tasked with the most important duty of the day, which is to teach you a Tagalog word, Tagalog phrase rather.
I only know the bad ones. Literally, my mom was like, all those words you ever heard me say in the house, do not repeat them when you go there. Okay.
So Shay was asking earlier, do you want us to speak in the Netflix people were saying, do you want to speak in Filipino? And she was like, do you want me to speak in Filipino? Are you sure? Okay, so what shall we teach Shay and Penn? What do you guys want? Mahal kita? Mahal ko kayo? Maraming salamat? Sure ba? Okay.
Ma'am.
So Filipino slang? No.
Ma'am.
Okay, we're gonna teach you mahal namin kayo. Mahal namin kayo. That's we love you.
What's the second word?
Namin. Yes.
Mahal namin kayo.
You got it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mahal namin kayo.
Yeah.
What's the one thing?
Huh?
This thing, what was it?
Well, that's not here.
Oh,
That's
all right, okay, cool.
Okay, no. So, apart from mahal namin kayo, we also have taught them, this is Filipino culture right here that we stolen from elsewhere, the Korean heart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I thought it was
Yeah.
Korean, but it's also.
Does it matter what hand?
It doesn't really matter, as long as you
This
make
is
it
the truest thing
tiny.
I've ever seen in my life. The tiniest little heart.
Okay, so we gotta rehearse this, right? You take
Namin kayo.
mahal namin kayo. You take the tiny heart, and then you give it to the people, mahal namin kayo. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Are
The phones
you
are
ready?
ready. Your phones are
Yes.
ready. So over this here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Mahal namin kayo.
Aww.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it once again for Penn Badgley and Shay Mitchell, everybody. Give it up, and now, we'd like to request all of the customers to please do stay where you are seated. We're gonna do the photo op now.
Thank you guys for being so supportive and loving our show and welcoming us and me again into your beautiful country. Thank you.
Everything she said, except this is my first time
This is
here.
the first
So
time,
thank you
yeah.
for welcoming me. Thank you for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Penn and Shay, everybody, don't forget to catch them as Joe and Peach on the Netflix original series You. Please don't forget to use our hashtag for today. Netflix is here for you.
Paparazzi like that. Wow. You guys are beautiful. Love you. Go girl. Go girl. Beautiful. Love you. Work it, sis.
Immediately work it. Smile.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Work it!
It's me and Pam. Hi, Pam. And Shay over there. Go, guys. Moral support. Hi. Oh my gosh, you're so near. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Go, guys. Thank you. Beautiful.
All right, final shot now. Thank you guys. All right, and now
Freaking out.
everyone just stay exactly where you are.
Hi guys, hope you can catch me in the new Netflix series here. Joke lang. Thank you. So yeah guys, I really recommend you guys watching Netflix You, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Trish, was that all you imagined?
Oh my-
Wasn't that just the best thing ever? I love Penn and Shay.
I love them so much.
So pretty.
Mahal ko kayo.
Mahal namin kayo. So guys, we're now eating lunch, Trish.
Mama!
And then Kate. I love these girls. Ang kalog. Ba't may singer dito, guys? So we had a full lunch and then we're being serenaded by Kate. And the beautiful musician over there. Pianist pala, beautiful pianist. So, sad pa kami kasi we wanted to see more of Penn and Shay, but they're in their rooms na siguro and we want to offer room service, di ba, Akiko? Toothbrush. What else do you guys want to deliver?
I want to deliver
Myself. Wow. Trish! Kate, what are your thoughts on the new series naman? Also you, Akiko, what are your thoughts? What did you think of the season? Season 1?
funny, but it triggered my psycho.
Wow! You have one, Kate? Guys, do you want to see Kate's psycho side? Ikaw, Kiko, any thoughts or feelings towards the first season?
Love ko talaga. Alam mo, parang 2 days ko lang pinanood. Tapos na.
Yes, kasi
Ilan episodes?
10 episodes, 45 minutes, so madali lang. Magic! Say hi to my vlog! What did you think of the series? Ikaw din, Trish? Super good.
Amazing. It brought
It's so much
magic
to watch.
to my life.
Wow, it brought magic.
Just don't be creepy.
Yes, that's
Don't
true.
be a Joe.
Don't be a Joe.
Let's all be Joes.
So now I'm on the way home. My heart is full for Shay and Penn. They were amazing and they were so nice and so funny also. And my stomach is also full because of all the food that Manila Penn prepared for us. So yeah guys, as I said a while ago, I already said bye. But I just want to say thank you guys again so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!